in a world.
Bro, it's Indiana.
In Indiana, from the depths of our secret lair.
Bro, it's totally a bookstore.
And whose fault is that? Fine, never mind. In Indiana, from the depths of our bookstore comes a well-coordinated coterie of serious kindred.
You're joking, right?
I'd rather be reading a book anyway. Fine. Come check out our chronicle as a bunch of misfit kindred drift from one crisis to another. Happy?
Bro, what happened to the voice?
Indy by night. We'll see you Tuesday. Oh, hey, hi, hello. We are here playing some good old fashioned Vampire the Masquerade with our Indy by Night Chronicle. We're going to be starting with chapter 4. So, welcome on in. Buckle up. It's about to be a wild one, to say the least. And we have the title, A New Wind. We will go ahead and go around the room, introduce everyone who they're going to be playing this evening, as well as what do you guys feel about what happened at the end of last week's episode. And because Warren looks so excited to talk about it, we'll go ahead and start with him.
Thanks. Hi, I'm Warren. I'm playing Carter the Tremere. Carter is definitely in new territory. Other than our one outburst way back when about how dumb the prince was, I would say Carter's been the most pro prior prince kindred of the coterie, and probably the most anti Nessa kindred, and I'm about to flip on that hard. So, we're gonna survive, maybe.
So I do have to wonder, how bumpy is the bandwagon?
I don't know what you're talking about. I've always been a Nessa fan.
That's fair. Next up, we have Hannah.
Hey, I'm Hannah, playing Eva Hill, part of the Bruja clan. And Eva doesn't have a whole lot of thoughts or cares that the prince died at this point. So, we'll see whichever way, I don't know, the coterie wants to go. I might just go with the majority of the vote.
That is indeed fair. Next up, we have Justin.
Hi, I'm Justin. I play Dimitri the Ventru and Killer of the Prince. I gotta say, sucks kind of losing some status in the cam. I didn't mean to kill the guy, but what are you gonna do? I mean, it's a new day. I gotta talk these guys around into supporting Caleb. Not gonna be easy. So,
Pretty sure it's the same day, though.
yeah, same day. And then last but not least, we have Ian.
Hello. I am Ian. That is me. Hi. I forgot what words were for a second there, but we found them. I am playing Michael, the Ravnos. And when two people claim for access, you kind of have to choose the one you're currently bound to. So there's one vote, I guess. I don't know if it still counts because I'm under duress, but I think it counts one way or another. So yeah, happy to be here.
In the words of Lonely Island, still counts.
Still counts.
As just a minor recap, there was a very scary sort of old Bruja that came in and quote unquote knocking upon the door of the Camarilla. As everyone got into battle positions, Michael requested that Carter go out and grab some things out of the trunk because Michael was pretty sure that someone was trying to, just allegedly meet Michael. And as Carter just about gets to the car, realizes that it is a little bit open, as very, very quickly, Carter got the unliving crap kicked out of him. It was asked if he was part of the camp. It provided that, I sort of help whoever needs to get helped. And he's like, good, I'm going to need you to help me here. And asked for Carter to go ahead and see if he could fetch Michael, because he wanted to have a word. Carter made his way back and had a conversation with some of the Primogen and the prince. But you guys did have a private word with the prince, as he did announce to Nessa that he was going to have to go outside and take care of some business, and that she would know what to do. Shortly after, Michael, Carter, Bart, the prince, as well as Caleb, all went upstairs and rode the elevator and then descended down the monument to meet this angry Bruja. Being very, very level-headed and very diplomatic, the prince advised him that he, even though he was old and had respect for this Bruja, that he would be also shown the same respect due to status within the Camarilla. He was not trying to fight, was not trying to do anything to cause any sort of aggression, but just try to talk things out and see what could be repaired. Meanwhile, Dimitri and Eva and Hunter were making their way back from Bloomington, and Dimitri saw a very good opportunity to end some things for this Bruja. But the prince had some other ideas on trying to make amends. The prince shoved him out of the way and ended up taking a side swipe from a very, very, very fast moving vehicle. Thankfully, due to Dimitri's driving, was able to keep the car from going too out of control, but nonetheless did slam into the prince. And usually kindred are really resilient, having some extra resistances to, the typical bludgeoning, slashing effects. But this was a little bit more than even the prince could withstand. As now, Indianapolis is currently princeless. And simultaneously, Nessa and Caleb both yell, "I claim Praxis." Bruja decided that the Cambria may be not as bad as what he originally was told and believed, and said that the price was paid, and began to walk off and leave the situation to be. And that is where we are picking up. Dimitri did have to roll a remorse check after suffering a couple of stains due to the unfortunate slaughtering of the prince. But he was able to feel that remorse and hold on to said humanity, not spiraling further and further into the monster that we all worry about becoming. So, Dimitri, just remember that you did feel that remorse as you go through this evening. But at this point, you guys have slightly bigger issues on whose side you're going to back. As you guys now stand in the middle of this cold night, no one around besides the four of you, Caleb, Nessa, and Bart. And this is where we will start our scene.
Well, when Nessa claims praxis, Michael's first move is to just kind of walk that way, take a couple steps, make sure I'm on her side of the line, but try to do it very casually.
Okay.
If that makes any sense whatsoever.
Sure.
Not like jumping to. I don't want to make it look like I'm jumping to pick sides. Oh, if anything, oops, okay, I'm here.
Sure. Doing it begrudgingly more so than super excited to do it.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to say it. The look, it's a very dour look on my face. Aside from the fact that I know that if she gets it, I get a fucking sweet job. But that's neither here nor there.
It's dour on the outside. We get it.
I think Dimitri really hasn't even registered the fact that two people just shouted that they claim Praxis. Like, it's just now kind of hitting him that the prince is embedded in the side of his vehicle, and I'm like gonna go peel him out of there.
Yeah. As you do, it becomes very evident why they instantly know is because you remove the body and there's a piece of metal that dislodged, like dissevered the head from the rest of the torso. So as you sort of move him out, you see that the head still is there. But you can definitely tell his body as you bring it out, and you can definitely tell it's beginning to decay very rapidly as it does when a kindred receives the final death.
I will, I guess, go in the back and get a big, like, tarp just to put him on it and take the head out very gingerly and put it in the tarp as well and kind of take a moment to kind of wrap him up.
I would say it would be very easy to make sure you have one of those, because you didn't not just do this about an hour and a half ago as well to someone else. But you definitely are able to
always carry a tarp and
of
saw
course.
You never know when you're going to need
You
them.
never know. You never know when you're going to need it. You know.
You're not wrong.
I mean,
As a
every
professional in this
Thursday, every
industry.
Tuesday is pretty much when we need it.
You're not wrong, and I can't say that it's my fault all the time. But
It's not your fault.
you're right. Definitely able to make sure that everything is taken care of appropriately, for that matter.
Were any of the other Primogen present besides Caleb and Nessa?
No, just those two. Which does leave a few answer to individuals.
I would probably jump. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, please go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I'd probably jump out of the car and help Dimitri, like get the tarp, and I would also whisper to him, "Who were you trying to hit?"
I think you're muted, Dimitri.
You're muted, Justin.
I was trying to kill the Bruja.
I have lots of questions right now, but let's just deal with this. And after we would take care of the prince, I would go see if Hunter's okay.
Hunter is very shaken up, even though it was a rather... It could have been a lot worse with the speed your guys are going, but it was still a very, very solid impact that definitely would shake up most mortals, as it was not necessarily as bad as hitting a brick wall, but definitely was enough to throw him in his seat a little bit. But you can see he's sort of standing off on the side, almost stunned at what just occurred.
I'll just stand next to him, not saying anything.
And he was almost just like lost in looking over. After you guys put the prince in, did you guys cover up the body? Like, so it's
Yeah,
not...
I like wrapped it up and everything, and as best I could for like a funeral, kind of, do what we got to do. Yeah.
Of course. You guy, he is just stunned and just staring at the tarp. Not saying a word, but just staring.
Did the Bruja take the Baron with him? I don't recall.
You talking about what was the... no. He did not.
Homeboy's still stapled to the building.
No, you guys, Carter would remember that he did, after going, like, Carter was walking in, he's, like, soaring leap up and just threw him off the building and just let him splatter onto the pavement.
I remember that conversation was like, hey, man, you're kind of making more problems for all of us. Can you get him down? He was like, all right.
And you can still see the
Yes.
Baron is still face down in the concrete.
I will look at Nessa and say we need to not be out here. We need to get inside where we can talk about this. And I'm going to go get the Baron.
Okay. She nods. Very wise, Cotter. Let us bring this discussions into my office. And Caleb just gives her the dirtiest side eye. I hope you're meaning your haven, because that is no one's office as of yet. And she just, excuse me. Yes, of course, sir. My haven, if you would. And unless anyone wants to do anything special, they will go ahead and begin to ascend the tower to head back into the sanctuary that is the Camarilla.
Yep. I'm good
Out
to
of
head back in.
curiosity, did anybody ever check the back of Michael's truck to see if those other scumbags are hanging around still?
Carter would have had a chance because they did go inside to grab like the tools in the bag.
I never made it in, though.
Oh, that's true.
I didn't get the tools. I
No.
didn't check. But and I probably don't remember because I got hit in the head really hard. But there was blood on Michael's truck. It absolutely shouldn't be out there.
Yes, there was blood that was sort of trailing out of the back of the truck.
That reminds me, I'm going to see if I can establish any sort of link or anything with Lil Michael. Because, I should be able to see through Lil Michael's eyes and perceive that way.
You should. And as your vision goes
You
to
should.
to leave
It's dark here.
to leave your eyes as they usually do, they stop immediately, and your vision is returned to yourself once more.
Son of a bitch.
That's messed up.
Killed Lil Michael. Like, to whoever's around me, just like kind of half muttering to myself, half like kind of saying it to acknowledge it. Just like, motherfucker killed Lil Michael. What the shit? Bird did absolutely nothing.
Murderer.
Right, murderer is the best word for that.
Wolf.
Oh, now I gotta do it again.
All right.
Is the Baron dead?
Does not look to be the case. He is absolutely stiff as a doornail, so you do believe that he was just knocked into torpor.
That tracks. Okay. I will pick him up.
He is a decently heavy dude as you're sort of picking up and moving him very slowly towards the tower. But to answer your question, Dimitri, no one has checked out the back of the truck.
Okay. I'm not aware of that, so no meta for me.
Yay, no meta. Eva, are you heading towards the tower as well? Or the monument as well?
No, I would go check out the truck because I want the person that's in there.
Okay.
Well, supposedly, allegedly.
You go ahead and open up the truck. And the first thing you see, and more smell, is the smell of rot and decay, as there is a very it looks mostly like a skeleton that has barely any sort of tissue remaining holding it together. And you can see blood everywhere, and you do see feathers everywhere. But more importantly, you do see a very beaten, very brutalized Beverly.
I don't see anybody else.
Nope.
So the skeleton's human-sized?
Yep, human sized.
Gotcha.
I'll take Beverly, blindfold her, and take her inside.
Okay. As you are carrying her, the entire time, you don't hear any breathing. You don't see her chest rate being raised.
Do I still see the Bruja around?
Go ahead and roll wits and awareness for me real quick. Three. You do. You actually see him on the far side of the circle. You do see he just seems to be climbing up and over the top of one of the buildings and just sort of standing and looking over the scene down below.
Is the prince still outside, like wrapped up?
Dimitri, were you wanting to bring him inside?
That was going to be the plan, but I'm obviously I'd be waiting for Eva because I don't want to leave her out here by herself.
Okay.
His body would still be out there if nobody else grabbed it.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll lay Beverly next to the prince, and then just take off and go towards him.
Okay.
I forget his name.
We're not done
Yes,
throwing down.
sir.
All right, let's do this shit.
Dimitri, you see Eva place Beverly down next to you and the prince, and you see her just begin to take off.
All right,
Going
I'm on her
towards-
6.
Okay. Eva, how do you plan on getting up to the top of this building?
He's not far, right? Like he's just.
It's from the bottom of the steps where the prince and now Beverly are being laid. I believe everything in this game is done in meters. So he's probably about 20 meters away and probably about 30 meters up.
I have to look at all my disciplines.
You're good.
See if I have anything. Are there any lower to the ground? Well, I shouldn't say lower. Easier buildings to climb that have like wiring or like electrical wires or across it.
Less about electrical wires, but there are quite a few that do have like indented windows that you could grasp like a hold of. What are you thinking? What are you trying to do? You trying to scale up one of the side of these buildings to get up to them?
Yeah. I also have cat's grace, so I was wondering if I could somehow scale through, like, if there were wires across.
Yeah, with Cat's Grace, I would. Let me look up the power just right quick here.
So I can walk and even run across ledges and wires effortlessly and I can keep my balance on the slimmest of supports.
Yeah, with the ledges as slim as they are, you could definitely use Cat's Grace to be able to effortlessly make your way from ledge to ledge as you go ahead and make your way up the side. And Dimitri, you could see extremely gracefully as Eva goes from ledge to ledge, almost like cat-like, and just sort of climbing and scaling up the side of this, what looks like to be a news station that he's standing on top of.
I don't have the luxury of being, cat-like,
Of course.
so I'll enable lethal body and just start putting my hands into the concrete and climbing up that way.
Go ahead
That'd be
and...
similar.
Yeah, it's going to be super similar. Go ahead and roll. Strength plus athletics for me. And DC is going to be a solid 2 because of your lethal body actually being able to put your hands into the concrete to make sort of perches that's perfect for your hand size.
Give me a thick.
You're good.
I feel like this is going to go so poorly.
And so wonderfully.
3.
All right. Not nearly as gracefully as Eva, but you're still able to go ahead and keep up with her as you forcefully implant your hands to the side of this concrete and begin to climb your way up afterwards. And as you guys are climbing up or moving through with Cat's Grace, the Bruja just has a big smile on his face as you guys are climbing up. Eva, you are because it's effortless. It is. You are able to definitely be up there first and have a little bit of a head start on Dimitri.
You're Wesley. I'm Fezzik. Sorry.
Exactly.
When I get to the top, I kind of just want to stare him down, not like aggressively or anything. I'm just trying to figure things out.
He looks you almost inquisitively, looks you up and down, raises up, and as he raises up his chin, you can just hear just as he's trying to like get a whiff. Are you the firecracker of a brew hall that I've been hearing about within the Camarilla?
Maybe. I depends on what you've heard.
There's not many of our clan, if so, within the Camarilla. So the fact that you're inside is interesting to me.
Just kind of what happened. Didn't make the choice for that.
That's fair. What about your friend climbing up the side of the wall?
What about him?
Is he one of us as well?
No.
And you trust him?
Yes, 100%.
It's bold. It's very bold for us to trust trust one of our kind 100%, as you say.
Well, so far, he hasn't broken my trust. So that's when the problems start.
And rough about this time, Dimitri, is when you get your hand up and over the ledge and be able to pull yourself up.
I'll just kind of kick my legs over the ledge and just kind of sit there. You know, like, this is her conversation. I'm just here for backup. You know what I mean?
Of course. um, he looks at the two of you. So, I'm assuming you're not here to fight, otherwise there would be 2 spots of blood on this wall.
No, not here to fight. Just have some question. What happened to the girl in the back of the truck?
Talk about the kindred or her pet?
The kindred.
Um, the Sabbat is even more removed than I am, if that means anything, and they thought that they could deal with me.
Did she talk at all?
Yes.
I wanted her alive, just to get information.
Well,
And I start to like sound annoyed at this point.
and you can see whenever Eva, your tone shifts, he is very, very quick to sort of pick up on the tone shift. And he sort of gets a little bit of a smirk as one of his fangs sort of pop out. That is still very, very large. Whoops. But I'm sure you know how it is when we lose our temper.
Yes, unfortunately I do. But again, did she say anything before you oopsed her?
Yeah. She begged like a dog.
Did she happen to say any names?
Just that someone named the Baron was going to make me pay for this. And I really hope he tries or she tries.
I do too. Not because I want anybody to fight you. I just want to find out who this Baron is. And maybe since you're the target, maybe they would show their face.
I hope so, because it's been a long time since I've truly fed, and I am very hungry. And at this time, he takes a couple steps closer to the both of you.
I'll do my best not to flinch, but I know that's probably not going to happen. Trying to look cool, like, I ain't scared.
Go ahead and roll composure plus charisma for me.
Let's see. That's not too bad a roll.
No, it should be pretty decent for you.
Three successes. Oh, jeez, Lord.
You do take 1 point, just superficial willpower damage, as you can just feel, not necessarily the terror, because it doesn't send you into a frenzy, but it does make you uncomfortable, just the 2 steps that he takes towards you, as being able to see how quickly he can move and who he is.
Yeah, homeboy should have let me hit this guy with a car. The fuck was he thinking?
It wasn't.
Fucking dumbass.
The other one, though, the little pet, she was shaped. There's very few clans that I know, even from my time under the moon, that can do such things.
Mind elaborating a little bit more?
The Zamitsi, as I believe they are referred to at this time. But I'm interested to know why she took your form.
That's what I want to.
So you don't know.
And why they... No, that's why I wanted the Kindred alive. To find out.
Huh. You know what's I've learned is that I might be the oldest kindred on this continent. Hell, it's a possibility that I might just be the oldest one left.
Could be a true statement.
And I don't want to kill you, which makes you very, very lucky.
I'm still not relaxed because he didn't mention me.
And it almost, you get the feeling that it almost like he is purposely ignoring your presence, Dimitri.
That's okay. I can live with that. Ignore away, bro.
Well, I'm glad that you want me around for however much longer, but I should probably get going back just to figure some other things out. But is there a way you could reach me if the Baron shows up?
Yes. For a favor, as it were. I hear you guys deal with these things now.
We deal with the favors?
I heard that is the currency of our kind, yes?
Sometimes. Let me hear the favor first before I say yes.
You see, there's been a individual that I have had a very, very long feud with. And rumor has it that he is hiding out somewhere around here, waiting to be shipped off to somewhere safer. If you happen to come across him, you let me know. And we're square.
I'll look at Dimitri just to kind of see if he nods or shakes his head a little bit.
I'll nod.
Well,
Fine.
that
You have a
is
deal.
great to hear. I believe. Well, let me rephrase. Back when we were on top, they were part of a clan of Cappadocius. But I'm not sure if they still go by that or if they've been moved to a different name to hide their faces.
Okay. And how long ago have you had this feud, if that's what you want to call it?
Rough about 800 to 900 years since the time of the antediluvians.
These names have no meaning to me. Not to be rude, I just new at all this.
Ah, a fledgling, as it were. You. Are you fledgling as well? Or are you neonate?
I am neonate.
Then I'm assuming some of these words mean something to you?
Those that don't, we will find.
That is the answer I was looking for. This clan, they specialize in powers of auspex, fortitude, and oblivion.
Can they move through the oblivion?
I don't believe so, but it's been a while. They usually mostly deal with the necromantic side of it.
This is helpful.
I have my moments.
If you're finished, Eva.
Yeah, we should get going. Are you gonna stay around in Indy?
Yes, I'm looking for the late childer of Augustus, hoping to receive some information. Name seemed like it struck a chord with you too.
Yeah.
You know this Augustus Giovanni then?
Yes.
Well, we are aware of Augustus Giovanni,
Right.
particularly
We
the
don't
name
really have.
Giovanni.
Ah, so you know the childer of.
It is possible.
Do they have the powers that I spoke of?
It is difficult to say. I have only seen them use some of their power.
Well,
Is this the Cappadocius?
Augustus was.
Ah, okay. Then they would now be probably known by Clan Giovanni.
That is interesting that they would name a clan after themselves. Did they break away?
I do not know the details of the history of their clan. If it is like many others, it is probably that they killed the original benefactor who had the name.
Well, if you happen to come across this childer, let me know. Location. And I'll make sure this baron of yours is found. Little firecracker.
My question,
Sounds good.
is the childer the one that is 900 years old and has been a thorn in your side?
No, that would be Augustus.
Ah, you hope to find Augustus through his childer.
If he's still climbing through this hellhole of a city, then yes. But maybe Gehenna claimed him.
I'm curious, one with your age, do you hear the call?
Very bold of you to ask. But yes.
I figured this is the only opportunity I will ever get.
Yes. For the last 70 or so years, yes. But I don't
Interesting.
truly believe there is anything for us in Gehenna, as much as it drives me mad.
We will see what we can do about locating this childer.
And, firecracker. The punching makes the sounds go away.
I'm sure I'll figure that out eventually. Whatever that was referring to.
Probably. Now, I believe you have some difficult decisions to be made next.
I just nod.
If you're ready.
Yeah, I'll walk away.
Okay. easy enough for you guys to scale back down the wall, similarly to the way you guys came up. What would you guys like to do next? Head back inside of the monument? Head towards the bodies?
I'd probably want to bring in Beverly.
Okay.
At least just inside.
Oh, I feel like definitely during that 20-minute conversation, Carter carted all 3 of those bodies inside.
Definitely.
He's worried about cops showing up. And...
He's just dragging
Probably
them
all
across.
stacked on each other, just all at once, just dragging them in because everybody else has business to attend to.
Nah, I'll help you
Hunter
out with
probably
that.
would have
That's
helped
fine.
you.
Yeah, that is a very good question. Hunter is not permitted to enter.
Oh.
Well, I'll help you drag him to the door.
And then so you, Carter, and Michael will go ahead and carry these bodies up multiple very tight staircase.
Out of curiosity, who's stopping Hunter at the door?
At the doorman that always brings you guys up and down through the elevator is at the stairwell as after like the most of the Primogen get in.
Mm-hmm.
And it does not allow Hunter to enter, as in only members of the Camarilla can currently go inside without a current Prince of Indianapolis.
So no ghouls then.
Yep.
Right on. I'm gonna look at Carter, then go, you know my vote. I'll hang out here with Hunter.
Seriously?
If you need me, then I'll come in there. But you already know where I stand on all this.
Yeah, all right.
It feels real shitty to be like, hey, welcome to this awful situation. Now stand outside. Like,
You probably need to get your truck out of here anyway. Why don't you and Hunter come back?
yeah, we should do that. Hunter, you want to help me steal a new truck?
Not particularly, if I'm going to be
Well, we're
quiet.
committing to crime tonight. Here we go.
Oh,
And I'm gonna take Hunter and we're gonna go try to steal a new U-Haul.
Okay.
First, My Little Pony. Now it's stealing a truck.
Well,
My Little Pony's a gateway drug. That's all I'm gonna say.
It's not one.
I need a new truck. This one's full of blood.
And a rotting corpse in the back.
Yeah, I can't have that.
You could clean it out.
That makes
That'll
far
work.
too much sense. Yeah,
You
okay.
have a ghoul. Okay.
I don't.
You could.
What do you say? I'm gonna like look at Carter and look at Hunter. Look at Carter. I'm not crossing that stream, man.
Oh, I didn't mean this one.
Oh, okay.
Like, get your own.
Oh. We'll see how that plays out. Either way, Hunter and I'll hang out here. I'll figure out something to do with the truck, but if you need me, call me.
Yeah. Cool. I go into the tower alone
Mm-hmm.
by myself with all the Primogen ready to kill each other. Where the hell is Bart?
Bart is standing in the lobby, and everything, like the red lights have turned back to their normal shade. But something you do notice Bart is doing is removing the gold templates from all of the pillars of the gangrel symbol.
Gold's probably worth some money.
Body was not even cold.
Is that in line with tradition to remove them that fast?
It is. It's one of the first things that is done, sort of out of respect for whoever may be claiming Praxis next, as well as not causing any sort of confusion for members of Camarilla who might come in expecting one clan versus another.
I will join him in removing those.
As you're removing them, you can see out of the peripheral there is just a single red line coming from Bart's eyes. He seems to have a single blood tear that has been shed as he's removing these gold emblems out of the wall.
He was pretty good to us.
He looks over. Yeah, he was. Go ahead and using a crowbar, just sort of popping another one off.
Is it just us around here?
It is just you guys. Off in the distance, inside of the quote-unquote prince's office, you can hear absolute sobbing coming from inside.
Do I recognize the person just from the sound?
Go ahead and roll wits and insight. And we're looking at it too.
What's the Whoa, that was close.
Very, very
That was close to a lot of things.
A lot of pain. You do recognize the tone. And it sounds like Jordan.
And she's a ghoul, or was she a kindred?
She was a kindred. She was the prince's childer.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I knew they were close. I couldn't remember what the relationship was.
Yep.
Well, since it's just Bart and I will whisper to him. So, who are you supporting?
He goes ahead and moves to another pillar, closer. I don't know.
And I get very close to him. Why were you pretending to be the prince?
And almost shocked as the crowbar smacks the ground as he almost like loses it out of his hand. When are you referring?
So there's more than once. You know the time.
I don't. I would like you to be very, very specific.
Well, let's talk about the time when Baron Pizza King.
Yes, Anson.
Yeah.
Yes. He was not doing well, and he needed to make an appearance.
And that's something I assume Nessa ordered you to do.
Indeed.
Did she treat you well?
No different than Caleb.
Better than Caleb, you said?
No different.
No different than Caleb. I barely know Caleb.
If you're looking for insight, Caleb has been on not one, but two different members of Primogen. And a decent time in both. but I know he's also wanting to become prince for a while. And Nessa has been the seneschal of Prince Costel for going on 50 years. But she's also served the Prince of France, a few others. Both of them know how to interact on multiple different professional levels. I mean, we have the Clan of Kings and we have the Clan of Roses. Sort of what they do.
My experience with the Clan of Kings has been a little more explosive.
I will say that he's not a normal one. But I won't lie that Caleb wasn't truly unlike Dimitri when he was a fledgling. And he wears that proudly. And he sort of like gestures to his face.
Yeah. Well, let me know when you decide. You've always been good to me, and to the extent that any of us can trust any of us, I feel like I've always been able to trust you.
I'm a little surprised that someone from your coterie hasn't claimed the crown.
Who?
If I had to put my vote on it, it would be you.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Yes, but you're level-headed. You think of moves 4 steps ahead. Plus, I hear you get to read a book every once in a while.
I don't recall Costel ever holding a book. I don't think it's the job for me, but I appreciate it. I look forward to serving whoever it is.
I don't think a lot of people would hate it as he sort of moves away a little bit further from you, moving to another pillar. Excuse me. Not necessarily you, but someone from you, if that makes sense.
Sure. I appreciate it, Bart.
Just know that if you change your mind, you have my vote. And I know that one for sure.
Well, I'll let you know who we're going to back.
He smiles as he picks up the crowbar once again and begins to go back to work, working on the third emblem.
I take one of the emblems and do you mind if I keep this? He was good to me too.
Unfortunately, I can't let that leave.
Fair enough. You're the sheriff.
Maybe. And he goes ahead and takes it away from, not forcefully, but just takes it
I'll
from
hand
you.
it back.
Right, he just takes it from you. And sort of slaps it against his hand. Hopefully. And he goes back to work. Roughly about this time, Dimitri and Eva begin to descend down the elevator. And you see Carter and Bart wrapping up a conversation.
Standing next to two and a half corpses.
Exactly.
I will walk over to them. You're alive-ish.
What do you mean, ish?
I gesture to my effed up face. You turned out better than me.
Eh,
Yeah.
you need to learn when to duck.
He hit me from behind, bro.
And makes you a sucker for getting suckered.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hey, listen, we might have something that will require you to go to the library.
Oh, really?
Yes. Have you ever heard of Clan Cappadocious?
Have I?
Have you?
Bruce, have I?
Go ahead and roll intelligence plus politics. And roughly about this time, you guys hear the sound of metal clattering down. And Bart walking in a very straight line towards Dimitri.
Uh-oh.
Does he look angry?
He looks pissed.
Okay.
He gets closer and closer
Okay.
and takes a swing.
Okay. I'll if I can, I'll put my head down so his knuckles hit the top of my head.
Okay. You go ahead and take
72.
exactly 72 aggravated damage.
He's actually the original Nosferatu.
Exactly.
Aha!
Son of a bitch!
He's wearing brass knuckles that have all kinds of like runes and shit.
Holy
carved into
symbols
them.
and shit. They're just
Yeah.
like got the crosses, you know. What movie is that where the guy wears the brass knuckles with crosses on it?
Oh, Constantine, right?
It is.
Yeah,
Yep.
there we go.
It sounds like some Blade bullshit, but it's not.
I was gonna say that or Priest. Is that the name of the movie where the priest was going around like in the like the apocalypse?
Yeah.
You take 2 points of superficial.
Okay.
Oh, okay. I get what this is about. Okay.
And he throws his like jacket that he's wearing off like up to like show the stake. And he looks at you, Dimitri. Tell me why I shouldn't stake you to that wall right now.
I let you hit me. I won't do it again. That's why. You come at me with that stake, I'm going to put it up your ass and pull it out your mouth. Your prince, my prince, made a choice. He pushed him out of the way. I could have killed this son of a bitch. He would no longer be problem, but Prince made a choice. You are going to question it now?
And a mixture of emotions just begin to flood Bart's face. As you can see a resemblance of the anger that Eva showed when she got shoulder checked by the Anarchs. And you can see the overwhelming feeling of being upset and unable to do what he needed. Almost like a level of disgrace is also sort of mixed in because he couldn't do his job. And he sort of
I'm gonna hug him.
he doesn't hug back, and he sort of resists and sort of pushes you back a little bit.
We all lost someone today. Not just you. I have to live with the guilt of what I've done. And the disgrace. But I have to keep asking myself, why did he do what he did? He had a reason, and I have to trust it. I disparage his memory even more if I do not.
He looks up towards you. You have a long road ahead of you, Dimitri, and I hope every bit of it hurts.
Yes, my friend, and I will deserve every wound. But this is our life. We are fucking monsters. If we do not suffer, what is the point?
He takes a deep breath. Wipes his face, and goes back to the work he was doing prior. Carter, you have heard. uh, Clan Cappadocian. Well, was before Augustus Giovanni slaughtered the founder and created the Hecata.
Yep.
It pretty much was Clan Giovanni, and then because of outside forces, they couldn't keep to themselves as a family anymore, and that they sort of joined back to what the Hecata now has become, and sort of folded into that a little bit of a bigger clan of the Hecata.
The new clan.
Come again?
Yeah, I could do some. I could do some research. We could talk about it. Kind of interested in why we're taking research orders from the Bruja, but you know,
Would you rather be his friend or his enemy?
oh, I'd rather be reading a fucking book. But
But here's your chance to do both.
yeah, we also have 2 people claiming praxis, so you know it's gonna be fun.
What?
Also, who killed the bartender? Hey, can we talk about that? I needed a drink.
What?
Oh yeah, you weren't here. Shit, sorry. It's been a day.
You're telling me.
Gonna send a text to Carter that just says, "Oh yeah, who killed? Oh yeah, bartender? Question mark? Question mark."
Yeah. I'd very much like to get Michael into this scene. How could we get Michael into this scene?
I chose.
Well, he left with Hunter.
I know.
outside.
But so like
Call
my next, we need to all sit down and talk, and we can't talk over the phone about this stuff.
True.
Pretty much after he watched Dimitri and Eva go by, Hunter, look, I get it. It's my place. I am more than happy to find a way home. You don't have to wait out here in the cold for me.
Yeah, dude, that just sucks, though, man. Like, Like,
Part of being what I am. It's just like you have responsibilities you have to do.
yeah. I feel like you're always getting the short end, man, and I'm sorry about that.
Well, talk to your coterie member about that.
I am going to. I'm going to open my shirt just a little, like my jacket just a little bit. It says "Justice for Hunter" on it.
You know what? We're literally standing by the sheriff. Bart, can we get Hunter in here just this once?
No.
Consider it the boon you told me that, or the favor you owe me.
That's what you want to cash it in for?
No, but yes, that's fine. I would very much like my full coterie to be here, and Eva's lost enough.
All right. He follows you back up. Without a second glance, as you two of you make your way down to the front door, where you can hear Hunter and Michael having a small conversation. And in front of your very eyes, Michael, Hunter changes. It looks like a very plain, ordinary individual that now has very sharp fangs.
Well, is that a you trick or is that a somebody else trick? I'm just going to ask him.
Is what a me trick.
That answers my question. Okay. And I'm going to like kind of look around and see.
You now see Carter and Bart behind you. Come on!
All right.
I'm just saying, if anyone finds out that he's in here, it's my head. Literally and metaphorically.
All right. I'm going to like post up on the Carter side of the elevator. But I think it would be like Bart, Carter, me, Hunter. I want to kind of be between Hunter and everybody else, just in case.
And the four of you begin to head back down, and the coterie and Hunter are all back as Bart sighs and goes back to work.
Thanks, Bart.
Dimitri and Eva, you guys see an individual you guys have never met before arrive with Michael and Carter.
Did we hear Carter ask
Yes.
Bart about? Okay.
Poor Hunter still doesn't know that he looks like somebody else.
Nope.
They go to get Hunter and come back with this asshole.
Yeah, this guy sucks.
Right
Why
about
don't we go to the library where nobody is?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
that we can avoid anybody smelling our new friend.
Oh, fuck.
It's my cologne. I wear weird mortal colognes.
You wear people cologne?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to smell like a people. What can I say?
I like to smell like I'm alive, guys. Okay.
Oh, the human.
Human number 6 is my favorite scent.
As you guys get inside of the library, you guys do hear the sound of the office open down the hall back where you came from. But
because of who was supposed to be in that office, I am very curious, both by obligation and because I'm a nosy bitch. I'm gonna poke my head out into the hall and just see if anybody's actively leaving the office.
Yes, you see Jordan barely walking as she's making her way to the quote-unquote employee section.
Damn.
Probably going to need to avoid her for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, you might. We should get you a hat or something so people don't recognize you as easily.
Like, really, bro? A hat? You think that's gonna cut the mustard?
No, maybe like Clark Kent glasses.
That could do it, though.
Yeah. Is that Dimitri?
Glasses.
No, that's Timothy, Dimitri's brother. I don't know.
It's got to lose the accent though.
Yeah, no. With glasses on, you have no accent. With glasses off, you're Dimitri.
Oh, all right, well, I'll need to practice.
All right, we'll workshop it. So, wild night. First of all, gang.
The
Yes.
door is now shut to the library.
And of course, standard operating procedure.
Of course.
Looking for secret Nosferatu.
Please go ahead and
And-
roll said thing.
I'm out here kicking, like, Sense the Beast into passive mode. Oh, that's the wrong one. Not bad.
All right, let's see what we got. Michael with a 3.
Yep, that's my Sense the Beast, if anything's around.
And Carter, you successfully do not see anything, scarily enough. Because your dice are terrifying to me this evening.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna push that with willpower because that's just it's you know what? No, I am because.
Well, I can tell you,
Bit of
you
day.
did not bestial fail. If that gives you any sort of information.
Okay, fair enough. So yeah, so mechanically, like, can we just assume we catch everybody up on the nuts and bolts of what happened?
Yep.
So we're all operating from the same
Page.
player knowledge, right?
Exactly.
Okay, so what are we gonna do?
Well, if it comes down to a straight vote, my vote is cast. I don't think that I have the willpower to tell her no. So, if we operate with that in mind, I think that we can come up with something. So I'm operating now on the assumption that in the getting everybody caught up, everybody knows that I'm bloodbound and Nessa now.
Really, bro?
I heard stories.
You heard stories about what?
Glass house.
Hey, you don't see me kissing her ass.
Anymore.
Hey, drinking her blood is something different. Okay, maybe I
Yeah,
get that.
fair.
You know.
Whatever. Semantics. Or some antics.
Heyo.
Oh, jeez.
No,
Bit of
but I'm
both.
yeah. That's where I'm at. Some bad choices were made, but some bad choices were made to now have a major boon with somebody who could potentially be Prince.
Here's the thing: she scares the shit out of me, but she'd be phenomenal at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
She would objectively be phenomenal at it. It's the backstabby, manipulating, political bullshit.
Hide your own blood in some other people's nonsense so that you
I
can
w-
bind people.
I want to make a point to you, okay? You know, Caleb is Clan of Kings. I guarantee you there is all kinds of machinations in the works, secret treaties, back parlor deals that you have no ideas about because he is not overt. Like Nessa. She plays fast and loose. Not so smart moves, yes? I mean, we catch her, call her out, find her little traps. I'm just saying. It's what we do. It's Clan
Yeah.
of Kings.
I've known one other venture in my career. Right, I'm using the term career to up to this point where now I no longer need to do that. brilliant mind for the things that he was able to do. If it was in his wheelhouse, absolute genius. You get him anywhere outside of his comfort zone and he's lost. I'm not going to try to say one means all. I'm just saying that is the experience that I've had. So,
You think the Clan of Roses is adaptable to any situation?
no.
Okay, then. I don't understand your argument.
You know who is?
Who?
I'm not even I'm not even shitting you right now. It's Ravnos. We are the most adaptable.
Bro.
But I'm not going to toss my name into that. Are you kidding me?
We're nobodies, so none of us should. It would be a mistake. We'd be laughed out of the ivory tower.
Eva should.
I actually have an idea that sort of along those lines.
Are you fucking kidding me? You're like,
Eva should toss her
should
name
we
in.
support?
No. I still think we should support somebody. Nessa. I hate saying that. Nessa. I think we should make our support predicated on you being the Prince of Avon.
The Prince of Avon? Who? Who being the Prince of Avon?
You.
What the fuck are you talking about?
We're so far away from all of this shit. There's a Bruja who just took out another Baron who we have, again. We've handled every crazy shit that has been thrown at us. Fine, they all, for some reason, respect us, at least a little. I don't think it's crazy.
Look, I am going to tell you truth. I am soldier. I am not boss. I mean, you say, Dmitri, figure something out, kill a bunch of people. Yes, I can be boss in this situation. Diplomacy is not really for me. I try, I can play, but it's like child.
Kind of prove him up.
That's
What I brought
why
up earlier.
you have Primogen.
No, this is ridiculous. Avon, but aren't we? We are in.
Not Avon,
Terre
Terre Haute. I meant Terre Haute. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
He's okay.
We're just gonna move into a whole new part.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah, we're just going to take over every part of Indiana except for Indianapolis.
What about Eva?
I back
No.
her too. I just don't think she's interested.
Which makes her perfect for it.
But you're also
Those-
not interested, which
Those
makes you
who
perfect
seek
for it.
power do not deserve it. I want power. I just don't want this power. I want, like, Eva. If you are prince, make me sheriff. I kill whoever you tell me to kill. I enforce our laws with tyranny and strength and brutality.
Okay, fine. Eva can be prince. That's it. That's fine.
Think about it. You may be the first Bruja prince. And we could possibly get to support the Troyal. You are from his clan. Imagine.
Exactly. That
prince
shit. That's
from
the smartest
Bruja.
thing you've said in a while.
I said something smart.
Yeah, I changed my vote. It's Eva now.
He gets out a notebook, writes down the date.
Exactly. Where's my calendar?
To make note of this. I have good idea. Eva, what do you say?
Is this gonna fix the problem that we're in right now between these two other primogens who are fighting over the seat
What-
here?
I think what Carter is saying is that we promise our support to the one who is willing to grant our request to have our own kingdom in Terre Haute.
All right. I want to put something else out there.
Oh,
No, we've all had a night. Like I said, there's this constant pestering that I'm feeling from Nessa's side. And I think I've found a way to kind of muscle through at the moment. Okay. So here's some words before I can't say these words anymore. I 100% agree with Carter's plan here. We back who gets us our own space, right? But I do want to make sure that it is completely out there that I was offered a job here at the tower for backing Nessa.
Can you do both?
Well, you would
So I mean,
exactly.
if that's something that my new prince would allow, then absolutely. But I just wanted to make sure that that was crystal clear, that there was no sort of like any sort of shenanigans on my side, because she promised that I would be the new harpy, and that sounds awesome. Do I 100% know what it is? Nope. But it sounds like I get to be catty and petty, and I've been too long of. Yeah, I really haven't like minded my P's and Q's. I've been too much of an asset. No, this job sounds perfect for me.
Deadpan. I look at Michael and I say, "Bro, you know that means you have to play the harp all the time for the meetings, right?"
I'll learn.
Oh no, dude! It's like one of this ancient harp that came from Transylvania. Oh, dude, it is like what is it? It's like 573 strings.
At
Yeah,
least, I mean, it's one for every one
And
of Dracula's
hands.
victims.
Oh my god, it's insane.
easy. I'll figure it out.
I don't know,
It's
dude. If you don't
absolutely
get
canon.
it right really quick, they
Yeah.
don't usually keep their harpies very long if they suck.
No, I'm now curious to know if you are meaning harpy or harpist.
No, it's harpy.
Okay. Either way,
It's
I
one
was
of your
still,
goodies, bro.
yeah. Again, I wanted to make it very clear that this was offered to me. So if this is something that we were going for, I'd be more than happy to kind of be the go-between there and hold some sort of spot, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But I also don't want this to turn into another "why did you make a phone call" situation.
Oh no! At this point, we got why you made the phone call. I will also hand him a book that says like all about harpies, so he gets the real story and doesn't offer to play the harp. So
I'm gonna
I
demand
mean, I
a
guess
harp at this point.
that's totally fair. I feel like you being in that position probably makes it even easier to sell this to Nessa, to be honest. Because she'll feel like she has some control over us. We'll obviously owe her a bunch. And let's be real, being the Prince of Terre Haute is basically what we are now, with just a better title.
Less steps.
Less steps. And if we do some stupid shit, that's not her problem, not her kingdom, right?
Correct.
Do some stupid shit, like blowing up more than half of the movement in one go. The only person you have to be mad at is yourself.
Yeah, no.
That sounds like a princely move to me.
Hell yeah, it does.
Only if you stand on top of the explosion and flex afterwards, so everybody knows.
While someone plays the harp.
I'll do it.
Okay, so are we really doing this, guys?
I think that this is.
Do we really want to owe Nessa something?
That Nessa already owes me something.
And she will get. We won't owe her anything. We'll be giving her our vote in exchange. She's buying it.
I would also be willing to cash my my major boon with her for this for us.
And
I
if
look
she
at
says
everybody.
no, we have another choice.
Yep.
I look at everybody. If we do this, do not make eye contact.
No promises on my part, but I think that should kind of go without saying.
Yeah, besides you, Michael.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I've been nothing but fucking up since I got here, but yeah, it is what it is.
You're our fuck up.
Could be stepping on tongues, but I don't do that because that's messed up.
You don't have any power yet. You'll see what happens when you become the harpy.
Oh man, so many parties. Now I'm trying to figure out what kind of harp I'm gonna buy.
A really big one.
Oh my god, like gold. Just the most audacious, tacky looking thing I could possibly get. Oh my god, yes.
All right. So, are you guys wanting to go and seek conversation with Nessa?
Yes. What should we do with this Baron that I'm dragging around?
Leave him in the hall? I don't know.
Is he like unconscious?
Oh, I'm pretty sure he got knocked into torpor.
Let's
Would
put him
we-
somewhere where we can, ransom him or something.
I mean,
I think our first act is Prince of Terre Haute could be the, do something to him. Don't know what yet.
Release him, be
See
nice,
us all.
whatever.
She's a prince.
make him play the harp.
I mean, he's already worn a dog collar. I mean, there's not much worse you can
yeah,
do. With
I
somebody.
don't feel like that's our style.
No, totally not. That's just rude.
That's the extent of his like. Oh,
But it was
you're-
pretty goddamn funny.
So
Not
I
gonna
thought it
lie.
was overplayed. I was never a fan, if I'm being completely honest.
I never saw it, but that sounds awful.
It was. Also, I think we've all learned our lesson about talking around kindred who are not dead, right? Looking
Yeah,
at Michael
Eva.
here.
There is no way to talk to your prince. I give you a playful slap on the face.
Ah, forgive me, my prince. I'm gonna like grovel.
All right, let's go talk to Nessa before somebody overhears this.
Easy enough. You guys wait a
Part
few
would know your location.
moments before a unfamiliar face opens and escorts you guys through the employee door.
We still have the hunter's current unfamiliar face with
Correct.
us, correct?
But it's a different individual who is like leading you guys through.
Gotcha.
I feel like we should leave Hunter in the library.
Yeah, somewhere where he's not likely to get in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
The library's probably a safe bet.
Is there any-
Nobody goes in there ever.
As you guys make your way to the library, or excuse me, to Nessa's apartment area, her door is open. She sees you guys enter, or sees you guys and asks you guys to please enter.
Would it be okay if we spoke in private?
You and I?
No, me and my coterie and you.
Of course. Just please shut the door and she taps down next to her. Come sit.
And I will go and take a seat closer to her. Do I still have my own wits about me at the moment?
You do. You feel once again the absolute love and affection for Nessa that is the blood bond.
Cool. Then I'm going to go sit down next to her. And my body language, as soon as we walk through that door, completely changes. Where it was kind of like loose and like, all right, oh no, my prince. Ah. Now it's like business.
Sensing the unseen in Nessa's office.
Yes,
and again
please.
with the scary, dangerous rolls.
God damn.
Oh, that actually is a messy crit, isn't it?
That is actually a messy critical.
Forgive him, Nessa, for he knows not what he does.
In theory, you could try to willpower out of it if you want to re-roll your criticals that you have on the black dice.
Oh, I could, couldn't I?
If you want to.
Yeah, I mean, what's a messy crit on a resolveless aspect gonna be?
Ooh, wouldn't you like to know?
I would like to know.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'll re-roll.
Oh, come on, dude. It's funner to let it get messy.
Yeah, let's let it get
Ugh,
messy.
I
Let's do it.
don't like the way you said those words. I'm gonna be real honest with you.
That's
Fair.
that's how I ended up bloodbound.
Fair enough. It's talk like that that leads to blood bonding.
You know what? I think my blood is up. We're talking about like taking
Okay.
a big gamble here.
Talk to your child about blood bonding before it's too late. These are the kinds of things you'll expect when I'm Harpy, okay?
Fucking PSAs to childer.
Hey, ask your sire about blood bonding, but not in a weird way. Just make sure you know what it is.
It's 3 p.m. Do you know where your child is?
It'd be
This is your
asleep.
brain. This is your brain on Blood Bond.
Exactly. As our last roll for the evening, being this messy critical, Carter, you lose temporarily 1 dot in status as you activate the power, and you look around and you don't notice anyone hiding using obfuscate abilities or anything like that. But you do recognize a a sigil of blood magic that has been inscribed and almost like protecting this room. As Nessa look immediately to you as you activate the power, almost like she knows you're using it. But yes, temporarily you have -1 dot of status.
If she looks at me like she knows what I'm doing, I will just look at her and say, "You can't be too careful."
And with that, we will go ahead and wrap up for this evening. Thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. Really do appreciate it. We will be back again next week with another episode of Indy by Night, or Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle. Thank you guys to everyone out there as well who is coming and watching the show. We have just started Chapter 4, and I am very excited and nervous to see what is happening because I don't even know anymore. But if you guys haven't already, make sure to check out twitch.tv/jbrews. I stream over there Monday through Friday, besides on Tuesdays, where I'm over here with you all. Make sure to go ahead and show some love and support over there. We are 1 follow away from hitting that wonderful, wonderful follower goal. So if you haven't already, make sure to go over there and say hello. And I will see you guys next week on another episode of Indy by Night. Have a good night, guys. Bye.
Bye.